Today we are going to focus a little more on who we are. Many people have repeated the phrase that where attention goes, energy flows, and I truly believe that. It's time to assess where our energy is flowing. What type of content do we give our precious energy to? There is value to content that makes us laugh or makes us feel good because it raises our frequency. But I think from an energetic standpoint, focusing our energy on betrayals and fear-based vibrations is simply not healthy from a biological view. I welcome questions on these issues. I don't know if my opinion is valued or not, but I enjoy respectful interaction. So we are going to start at the beginning with some simple practices that we can utilize to make us more aware of the unseen realm. Mainstream calls it mindfulness, perhaps because they don't want us to understand that there is a complete unseen universe, and honestly, there's some next-level stuff going on. A friend of mine was texting me earlier about this whole flat earth thing. I don't buy it. And that comes from intuitive and scientific understanding, as well as guidance from my mentors. But this video isn't about flat Earth. Honestly, I couldn't care less. I asked myself, how does that impact my existence and my evolution today? And the answer is, not one bit, because I don't spend hours poring through narrative after narrative and podcast after podcast. If I focused my attention on that, I would be diminishing my ability to refine my own frequency. I know many of you spend many hours trying to understand all of the lies and deception, and you have to do what you need to do. I don't have one iota of thought that we were not violated in the worst way as a civilization. I get that. I have for many years. I 100% know that. So why do I need to dwell on it? If you don't believe or don't know how bad it was, then you need that sort of awakening. But there comes a point when we move beyond what others tell us, and we find answers within ourselves. For me, hours of digging deep into all of the conflicting narratives about flat Earth and fallen angels is irrelevant to my evolution, and it's a distraction which pulls my thoughts away from what's inside and my connection to everything in the universe of things. This has been a well-known tactic by the Dark Ones to keep us disconnected from our source, for if we understand our power, they lose control of us. I have confirmation that the channel is suppressed, and I am working on that, but it means that even though you subscribe, my videos don't show up in your feeds. You need to also ring that bell, and apparently you get a notice so you can find them. So hit that bell. We can beat the censorship. So let's talk about these 5 easy things that we can do as we travel through this period of enlightenment until it becomes habit and effortless. You may have heard it before, but are you doing it? If not, why not? The word mindfulness is often described as being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. I don't believe this is a fully representative characterization. For me, mindfulness is being aware and mindful of the energetic fractal that I am and how I interact with all of the other energy fractals in my environment. Mindfulness can be quite a powerful tool for reducing stress, improving our focus, and fostering an emotional well-being and inner peace. If you're new to all this, start with small, with simple but consistent practices for a while. So let's see if you can learn to cultivate awareness and calm in your daily life. Mindful breathing is simple and can be done throughout your day in short stints. If you do it in shorter sessions at different times, it helps bring you back to center during your busy and perhaps stressful day. So don't forget to stop and feel and observe yourself breathing slow and deep breaths a few times a day. Think of it as part of your health regimen, and nobody is asking you to walk or go to a gym. Just breathe because it increases blood flow and lowers both the blood pressure and the heart rate. The increased blood flow increases oxygen to all of your body, including your brain, which enhances mental clarity and physical energy. Breathing also lowers stress and has anti-anxiety effects, but you must do the breathing mindfully. Not just hyperventilating as you let your mind and emotions work you into a frenzy. That isn't what we are talking about with mindfulness. We are talking about shutting out the outside and shutting off your thoughts for a few minutes and closing your eyes. Pay attention to the breath as it comes into your nostrils, down into your lungs where it moves around and circulates. Then follow the breath as it comes back out through your mouth. There are ways to exercise your stomach muscles with the breath, but we'll focus on getting the breathing first. Be aware of these healing breaths. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back to your breath without criticizing yourself or feeling like you aren't doing it right. Our mind's wandering is a part of the practice. Consistently do this each day to build a foundation for healing. Do 10 breaths or 5 or 3. It's quality that counts, and anything is better than not doing it at all. The second simple practice we can do is what we'll call a body scan. We are looking at becoming mindful, right? So it only makes sense that we should evaluate how we are feeling or be mindful of the condition of our body and make any adjustments. You might want to do this in the morning, perhaps before you even get out of bed. Just close those eyes again and slowly direct your attention to different parts of your body. Start with your toes and move up to your head. You can combine this with one of your deep breathing breaks. Notice any sensations of tightness, warmth, or aching without trying to change them. Let the universe, God, or the all-knowing entity fix it. You only need to send your attention and be aware. Spend about 30 seconds on each body part. Do this for 5 or 10 minutes, and when you are done, just think a positive affirmation. Open your eyes and start your day releasing yesterday's tension. Here's a couple of affirmations that you can use after your scan. Healing energy flows to every place that needs support throughout my day. I release anything that does not serve my highest well-being. Today I walk forward feeling centered, refreshed, and aligned. I trust that my body is always guiding me back to balance and strength. So those are a few, and until you understand how to design an affirmation, use one of those or ask Rock or chat for some affirmations. The third practice is mindful eating. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." If we are going to use food as our healing medicine, many factors come into play. Most notably is what science calls the placebo effect. This is a belief that the ritual of putting that pill into your mouth will make you feel better. If you plan to live a life of natural healing, you must treat your food like medicine. So focus on your food and what it is going to do with your body. Remember, you only need to create the focus on what you want. Choose a small snack like a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts. Before eating, look at the food's texture, its color, and smell. Don't just shove it into your pie hole as quickly as you can. Treat that nourishment like a fine wine. Take a small bite and chew slowly. Notice the flavors and how they evolve. Don't allow things like the phone or TV distract you from your focus. Mindful eating will enhance your appreciation for food and train you to stay present in routine moments. You only need to try it once a day with a meal or snack. While it might not seem like it, mindful eating has many health benefits, including improved digestion, appetite regulation, and reduced emotional eating, which supports weight loss. It causes us to make healthier food choices with intentional eating. It reduces stress by shifting attention to the present moment, and it builds a greater connection with our bodies by building trust in our internal signals, and it fosters a positive, healthy, and respectful relationship with food. Number 4 is the five senses exercise. This quick practice grounds you in the present by engaging your senses. Pause wherever you are and notice one thing you can see, one thing you can feel, one thing you can hear, one thing you can smell, and one thing you can taste. For example, you might see a tree, feel the texture of your clothes, hear distant traffic, smell coffee, and taste lingering mint from gum. This exercise takes just a minute or two, and it brings awareness to all of the five senses. This is perfect for moments when you feel overwhelmed or distracted to bring you back to center. Refining these senses will come in very handy as you evolve your psychokinetic powers. The last tip is one that I've talked about many times before, but I wonder how many actually give it a shot. The fifth tip is gratitude journaling. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present and good in your life. I like to do mine as part of my morning routine because it starts my day off on a good foot. But some prefer evenings before you go to sleep. It's so easy, guys. Just write down 3 things that you're grateful for from the day or the day before. They can be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of laughter. This practice should take less than 5 minutes and cultivates a habit of noticing life's small joys. To make mindfulness or connectivity to the unseen a habit, we should start with 1 or 2 of these practices and commit to them for a few minutes daily. It works best if you set a specific time, like morning or before bed, to build consistency. Remember, guys, the only thing you need to do these practices is a few minutes of attention, so there are no excuses except for the ones you create. It's really important to be patient with yourself. Most people that have made this connection have been studying for many, many years. When I studied Tai Chi, there is one movement form that you practice and refine your entire life. Decades, the same movements over and over until they become automatic. And then you study more to go deep in spirit. As you evolve, so does your awareness and control of the chi or energy. It's a skill that grows with practice. Over time, you will find it easier to stay present, calm, and connected in your everyday life. And by incorporating these simple practices, you can begin your journey into the unseen realm with ease and confidence while reaping the health benefits which include greater clarity and peace. Until next time, let's think about this quote by Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. In the stillness of the mind, I saw myself as I am, unbound,